So we're going to move on to the next topic here, another topic from Palestine. So this is an olive farmer, Hussam Abu Salameh, murdered. Well, listen to him.
A massive mob of Israeli settlers invaded the Palestinian town of Tuwani in the occupied West Bank. Settlers invaded this privately owned Palestinian garden at 5 in the morning under the pretext of performing a religious. وصار يطلق النار علينا مباشرة يعني مش تحذيري مباشرة أنا لابس طاقية رفعت الطاقية وشوح له وأقول له خلص 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 وهو يطلق النار علي حملت مفرش الزيتون من تحت الزيتون وقاعد بركض بالدائرة شارد فيه ومرتي صارت شادي عند التراكتور واللي هي بتصيح علي حسام حسام الصوابت حملنا أجل الأمبولانس نزلناها بالسيارة على الأمبولانس والأمبولانس على المستشفى بعد نص ساعة أو ربع ساعة ثلث ساعة بالمستشفى أعطونا خبر إنه المرأة استشهدت.
So that's Hussam Abu Salameh, 62, went to harvest olives with his wife and returned with her body. Hanan Abu Salameh, 59, was shot and killed by Israeli forces on October 17th, 2024, while harvesting olives in the West Bank village of Fakua near. Well, I made an oopsie with the names. I wish I had noticed this before I finished this, but her name is only a 4-letter difference. But her name was Hanan, while his Husam, and whoopsie, I meant to write Hanan. So I don't know if she's an olive farmer, but I mean, I would guess, if she had her own thing of olives, maybe she could have been an olive farmer. That's a very common position, or not position, that's a very common trade for a lot of Palestinian people, to be involved with olives one way or another, because it's indigenous to Palestine. So, yeah. And I'll go ahead and say that, but I will read what he says this time to give a little context to his experience.
A massive mob of Israeli settlers.
An Israeli military vehicle, we're going to keep trying to go. An Israeli military vehicle came from the southern side. It stopped suddenly and a soldier got out and started shooting at us directly. The shooting was not a warning, it targeted us directly. I waved at him with the cap I was wearing on my head, saying, "Enough, enough, enough." But he continued firing at us. I tried to grab the olive net, which was under the tree, to escape with it. My wife was hiding behind the tractor and calling for me. Hussam, Hussam, I've been shot. We carried her.
اجى الامبولانس نزلناها بالسياره.
We transferred her to the hospital by my son's car till we found an ambulance in another town.
على الامبولانس والامبولانس على
Half an hour after we reached the hospital, they told me that my wife had died, had been killed.
المستشفى. بعد نص ساعه او ربع ساعه ثلث ساعه بالمستشفى اعطونا خبر انه المراه استشهدت.
So, this is a very commonplace tragedy in Palestine, in the reservations there, and it has been a commonplace tragedy before October 7th in Gaza. This is what Gaza was like before. However, it was definitely more of a daily military ordeal where nobody knew if their house was going to get bombed. Nobody knew if they were going to be losing a family member by them getting shot by the IDF at the border. So it was a slow but very consistent act of genocide against the people out there. Whereas this is a story from the north of the West Bank there. You'll see it's very close to Jenin. We can zoom in. Right? This is where that happened. And yeah, the violence obviously still happens out there. But just in the Gaza Strip, it has been the absolute most violent. And now, obviously, it is, it's unmeasurable in terms of the magnitude. I mean, it is measurable, but it's just, it's not even.